Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. I came across this short on Facebook, the Reels. I wanted to show you this, so let me play it.
No amount of regret rewrites yesterday. No amount of worry controls tomorrow. No guilt can undo what has already happened. No fear has ever built a better future. No overthinking has ever brought peace. No waiting has ever turned dreams into reality. The only moment you can shape is this one. Live it with intention. Make it beautiful. No amount
of regret that could re-rise yesterday. I wanted to play it again, but I don't want to waste your time. Isn't it so true that we can't help but to wake up and the first thing we think of is the past? Well, maybe it's just me. Things that happen, people, conversations, situations, or anything from the past. And right after we woke up, we started living in the past already. Because our mind, like our brain, it doesn't know what, it doesn't know how, it cannot tell the difference between reality and imagination. So whatever you're thinking inside your head, whether this is, I'm nervous about this upcoming interviews for this job that I have. For this job that I have. And now I'm sitting at home on the couch feeling nervous because I'm thinking of what are the worst thing could happen, or I'm literally living in the future and my body is feeling like I'm having an interview right now. And just like the past, we look back to what happened, to that awkward conversation with that girl that you like, that guy that you like, and you say the wrong thing. You make the wrong moves. And now you're feeling it. You feel that anxiety again. And I've recently talked to one of my clients, and she is like a behavior therapist sort of things. She works with families and mostly kids and stuff. And mostly adult also. A mix of everyone. And she say most adults, they carry their past trauma, especially when they were little. They carry with them all the way to being an adult. And I'm still trying to figure out what is my trauma. What are my traumas? But what I'm trying to say is living, excuse me, is living in the now, living this moment right now. Because me personally, I can't help but to think of what's already gone, what's no longer mine, and also wanting the things that I want, wishing things could have turned out differently. I could have been living a much better life right now. And I would rather be somewhere else than now. Because I don't like where I am. I'm struggling, having a hard time getting by. But I can guarantee myself, I can guarantee you that 20 years down the road, and I get everything sorted out, everything finally figured out, and I'm gonna live in this huge mansion by the water, and I'm gonna sit on my rocking chair in the back porch looking out into the sunset. And I'm gonna sit in there having all this money, having everything I ever wanted. I'm gonna sit on that rocking chair. I'm gonna say, I am willing to give back. I am willing to give away everything I have right now. Every possession, every money, fame, everything that I have. Just so that I can go back to 2026 and relive this moment right now. Even I was that broke. I was lost in life. I was single. I felt like I was a loser. I was insecure. I wasn't in the best shape of my life. But I want to go back to those years where I was struggling to get by. I wanted to go back. I want to go back. And now, open your eyes. Here you are, 2026. And you're sitting here being depressed, acting like everything is just no good, and you don't like where you are. I'm talking about myself. Yes, you don't like where you are, and you feel like giving up. And little do you know, you're living the best moment of your life right now. You won't ever be this young again. And you won't treasure this moment right now, this year, this day, this week, this month, because you can't help but to think of the things you want, things you don't have, and you overlook where you are right now and what you have. It's a hard pill to swallow, yeah, to be content with where you are, even though where you are right now is a shitbag disaster. You get what I'm saying? It's easier to just say, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna grow like into an old man, and I'm gonna wish I could be young again and relive again. Imagine that old man woke up as me right now. Oh shit, it's 2026 again. I get to do it again. What a fucking amazing opportunity, right? And here I am, living it. And could not feel the same excitement as that version of me from the future get to do this again. I just find it hard to wrap my head around and say, oh, I'm happy now. I'm content with where I am. I'm feeling amazing. I can't pretend that. I can't just say, oh, and now I'm gonna be grateful for where I'm at. And then I'm finding peace and feeling good about myself. It's not how it works, isn't it? But what I also like to think is things might have turned out even worse. Imagine that girl that you ask out, the one that ghosted you. Imagine she didn't ghost you, and then you guys went out. And then you start dating. And then from that timeline go on, now it's a different timeline now. You're taking different choices, making different choices, taking different actions. And what if one day you were going down on the road, going to work early in the morning, and then you wanted to buy some flour before work. Then you drive to the flower store, and then all of a sudden this one car just jump out of nowhere, ran right into you from the side of the car. You broke your legs, or you lost one of your legs. Now you have to sit on a wheelchair for the rest of your life. And now your girlfriend left you because you're in a handicap, and now you're toasted. So would you still be glad that you met someone and got into a relationship and then lost your legs? Or would you be glad that you haven't found anyone and you still have your legs? And the second scenario is me right now, and I'm still having my legs. So things could have been much worse than where I'm at right now. But my mind doesn't like to think of that. It likes to think of the best case scenario. The what if. What if I did that? My life could have been so much better. You know, we always think of the best thing that could happen, but not the worst case scenario. Yes, I could have been sitting on a wheelchair with just one leg. And now, for the rest of my life, I have to struggle to do everything. Imagine it. Even going to the toilet, I admire people with handicap and, have to deal with everything that they have to go through. It's hard, Like, how do you go to the toilet? I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. I'm just saying it's hard. And I feel like they should have more benefits, Because imagine having to live a life like that. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. And here I am, still have my legs, and yet I can't help but to dwell onto the past, overthink about the future, stressing myself out with worryings and things that don't even really matter. And now realizing that thing could have been much worse, and maybe all of these are a blessing in disguise. It's hard to think of it that way. It's very hard, right? Maybe that's why I'm here, sitting here talking it out. Just like drawing a journal. Trust me, you get a journal, you write everything in your head down, your head would feel so much lighter. And most of the time, things are more complicated when you're thinking, when they're running through your head. But when you write them all down into a piece of paper, things are more abstract. You can see things more clearly. And it's easier to narrow down things that you need to do right now and things to do for later, rather than having a cluster of things mixed together inside your head. It's so hard to sort it out. But yes, that's what I wanted to talk today, is to just be here. Just look around and focus on what's now. What's left behind is in the past. The worries you have for what's coming is in the future. It's not here yet. So just let the universe play itself out, and you do your thing. Because dwelling onto the past, worrying, and you're just wasting your time sitting around, fucking around, doing nothing, doing things that not moving the needle in your life. You're not improving yourself. Instead, you take the path of the fuck off, the path of the lazy. And every day we make those choices, whether to step out of our comfort zones and do things that would move us towards our goals and dreams, or would you look back at the past and dwell onto it? We keep on fucking around, wasting our time, our lives away. And then one day we look back and we wonder, where all the time gone? I haven't done anything yet. Maybe I need to do this podcast more often. Maybe. Thank you so much for being here today, and we'll see you on the next one.